I was already on my feet when they said it. The envelope was thin and white, almost weightless. Like an apology they never intended to give. A gym membership. My mother said, smiling too hard. You'll thank us later. My sister's keys were still clinking on the table. New house, fresh paint, a ribbon bow still looped around the deed. Everyone clapped, my jaw locked. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I pushed my chair in neatly and walked out. The applause followed me down the driveway, sharp and hollow. Like the laughter I'd earned my whole life. That was the moment something inside me went quiet. We weren't always like this as kids. We shared everything: bunk beds, secrets, blame. I was the careful one, she was the spark. My parents loved sparks. They called me steady. It sounded like praise until I realized it really meant invisible. I paid my own tuition, worked night shifts, saved every dollar. She partied, dropped out once. They called it finding herself. When she went back and finished, they bought her a house. When I graduated top of my class, they bought me access to treadmills. Trust died slowly, then all at once at first. The signs were small, my father avoiding my eyes when the house came up, my mother saying, "You're stronger than she is." Like strength was a reason to give less. My sister didn't look embarrassed. She looked entitled. That hurt more than the gift. I didn't argue. I didn't ask why. I packed my anger tight and carried it home. Control is a discipline. And I've always been good at discipline. A week later, my sister called, breathless. "Come to Vegas with us," she said. "Just a weekend." I said no. But I listened. She loved casinos, the lights, the noise, the fantasy that luck could replace work. Our parents worried. But they never stopped her. They wired money like prayers. I started paying attention. I read the paperwork. They never did. The house wasn't a gift. It was leveraged, heavy with debt my parents had co-signed. Pride makes people careless with documents. I didn't sabotage anything. I didn't steal. I waited. When she called again, frantic, I stayed calm. "You should refinance," I said. "Rates are good. Free up some cash." She did. She always trusted me with numbers. The house turned into chips. The chips turned into losses. I kept my voice steady. I never told her to gamble. I just never stopped her from believing she could win. The night it all collapsed, I was asleep. Missed calls lined up on my phone like falling dominoes. My mother crying, my father silent. The bank had moved fast. The house was gone. The money was gone. So it was a story they told themselves about fairness. I didn't rush over. I waited until morning. Justice prefers daylight. When I arrived, my sister looked empty, wrapped in a blanket that didn't warm her. My parents looked older, smaller. I sat down and placed a gym membership card on the table between us. "I've been working out," I said. Turns out discipline builds muscle. They didn't understand yet. That was the best part. The confrontation came later when the dust settled and blame needed somewhere to land. They asked for help, for loans, for forgiveness. They asked why I wasn't angry. I said. Then I got focused. I showed them the numbers, the emails, the refinance trail, not accusations. Just facts. Clean lines. Cause and effect. I told them I wouldn't bail anyone out. I wouldn't cosign. I wouldn't soften the fall they padded for years. My sister cried. My mother reached for me. I stepped back. "You taught me this," I said. "You taught me that love comes with conditions." I just learned the terms. I didn't take their house. I took the illusion that I'd always accept less. I took the roll they wrote for me and folded it small enough to fit in my pocket. A month later, I bought my own place, modest, mine. I invited no one. I hung the gym membership card on the fridge with a magnet. A reminder of the day I stopped asking to be seen. Revenge doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes it's watching. The people who underestimated you finally understand the cost of their choices and realizing you're already gone.